Recording in progress. We are so packed here. We've got a full house. We've got Keith and Maria. It's kind of funny too because I put this out on Friday. I was really timely. I mean, for me, right? That was
Holiday weekend, maybe.
holiday weekend. People are just coming back. Well, and
Chocolate.
chocolate. People are, that's right, crashing from the chocolate. That's what it is. I think you're right. But at any rate, I do want to say welcome back from your holiday festivities. Hope everyone had a fabulous weekend. And I figured, we are doing this amazing leadership, I guess you would call it seminar. Well, it's really not a seminar. It's like a one-on-one thing with Jim Miller. Does everyone know Jim Miller? Jim Miller is a managing broker. I think he's a VP. I don't really know what he's called. He's one of the top people. He's great. He's out of Chicago and he's fabulous. He's a great guy. He does a ton of coaching. He does this thing called Take Flight, which is a free podcast, but he also does a lot of coaching for top producers. He's been with the brand for a long time. Great guy, really nice. And at any rate, so he's been working with us, our management team. We decided we'd do something with him, with the leadership. And so we meet with him every 2 weeks and we talk about different, basically leadership things. Anyway, but we started to do on Friday, he shared with us two different things that I really liked. One of which I said, thanks, Jim. You gave me my idea of what I'm going to share with my team today. And, you guys know I love really keeping track of where you're at because I feel like we talk about planning in October. Well, that's when I start talking about planning, business planning. Some of you are great. We get right in. Some of you we still haven't gotten in with. So that's that's the nature of the beast, right? But the point about business planning is it's something that you can't just do and then forget about. You have to continually look at, see if it's working, and sometimes adjust. And because the nature of our business is it's not just cyclical, but it's really alive and ever changing, and it's changed by many things that really aren't in our control, right? That's the nature of it. Downtown Winter Garden, you shared with me, another building is yet taken over by the big bad investors. But, things are being changed, right? The landscape of our very business is being changed by the economy changing, investors changing, so wealth changing hands, right? All of these things that are outside of our control changes what we do. And then therefore we sometimes have to change our strategies of how we'd like to maybe grow in our business. So sometimes we have to look at our business pragmatically and say, is what we're doing working? Are we happy with the direction we're going? And are we going to maybe double down certain things? Are we going to continue or going to change some things? So that's kind of what we're going to take a look at today. I have some things for the wealth of people in the room that we're going to have some takeaways, and then I can send the other things to you guys that of those who are online and meeting with me afterwards. But at any rate, first I want to ask, and those of you here, how many of you would say 50% or more of your business is from your sphere? What do you guys think?
No.
Not you. What about you, Keith?
No,
Yes.
not this last year anyways.
Okay. For those of you, any more, would you say, any of you, not the two of you, but any of you online, would you say 70% of your business is from your sphere? Any of you?
80.
80?
Yep.
Okay. Now, Jules, in your case, would you say the majority of the stuff you do to generate business, what percentage of that is put towards that sphere?
Almost everything
Yeah. So
because referral.
So you are the perfect example, and I know because I work with you all the time, of exactly how you set it up properly. You actually look at where your business is coming from, and then you put the money into the where your business is coming from. So really, the stuff that we do for marketing is to generate from the where your business is coming from. We put a lot of monies and time and energy into the referral base that you're coming from. A lot of people do it the opposite. Maybe they're getting a lot of business from their sphere and their referrals, but they're putting money into generating new business and they're not looking at where their business is coming from. Or vice versa, right? You don't get business there, but you're constantly looking at that sphere, but the sphere is not giving you business, but that's where you're putting your money into, right? So this is one of the big things that you have to really constantly be in tone to. Where's your business coming from? So one of the things I'm going to share my screen.
Quick clarification,
Mhm.
you consider sphere to be referrals from existing customers as opposed to people you know that you're.
Your
Okay.
sphere really can be anywhere. It's anybody you're in control of that you know. So sphere doesn't have to be referrals. A sphere is people as a sphere of influence, right? Anybody you're influencing. So it doesn't have to be a
That's
referral.
what I'm thinking. But referrals, I'm very heavy on referrals, so then, but I don't judge that as being sphere, so that's why to clarify.
Yeah, your sphere could be totally different than Keith's sphere, right? So a sphere of influence is whoever you are directly influencing. So your sphere, Marie, is going to be totally different than Jules's sphere. But it's because how you influence people. Well, clearly. No, but it's very different because of the way you do business. Does that make sense? So your sphere could be totally different. It doesn't have to be the general form of sphere.
But for this conversation.
It is basically how you're generating business. Hello, Mr. Adam, come join us. So you guys can all have one of these. Marie, I'm gonna get these around. You guys get paper copies.
Did you get enough?
I don't know if I did.
Thanks.
Yeah. Where's Shandy? Oh, right there. She found the temple. So basically, what you can see here is a really interesting way that we all should be taking a peek at our business. And this is something I think we need to be doing quarterly. And I liked what Jim did because he breaks it down in a different way. So Jim is also a ninja. But Jim looks at things a little bit in a different view. It's the same lens, but a different view, if you will. So he looks at vision, clarity, and your standards, your internal work. And he says, do you have a 3-year vision? Because he thinks that, and I agree, if you don't know where you're going, you clearly cannot plan to get anywhere. So I like to say hope isn't a strategy, but you can't even possibly have hope if you have no strategy of where you're going, right? It's like you might as well just go in circles, right? So here's the idea. If you don't have an emotional destination, then you have no idea of how you can plan to get there, right? So that is the idea. And he does it a 3-year. So like if we talk about 1 year, he likes to focus on 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. He likes to focus on 1 year, 3 years. That's what he focuses on. Do you have your goals that support your 3-year vision? So have you thought about how you're going to get there for 3 years? What are your goals to get to their 3 years? And are you focused on your self-development? So in an effort to get to those goals in 3 years, do you have to grow to get there, right? Are you going to be the same person developmentally that's going to get you to what you need to be at to get to those goals in 3 years? And is your life and your business cluttered? So that's a really interesting way to look at things because basically what he says is that a lot of people don't get where they're going because they get sidetracked. They get caught up in the whirlwind. I don't know if anyone's ever read the 3DX. Anyone ever read that? The book is great. It's very boring. You could kind of do it like as a quick read, but the 3DX is a great book. And essentially, it's very much about knowing what to focus on. There's the lag. There's certain things that you can focus on. Like, for example, I could say, I want us to have more listings. And I could put listings on the board. But if I stare at that board all day long, is it helping us get more listings? That's what a lot of leaders and managers do, right? They can stare at the board. They can tell you, get more listings. Is it going to help you get more listings? No. So as a broker, the worst thing to do is to just keep telling your people, you're not doing it right. You're not getting more listing, right? But that's what people do, right? That's poor management. That's poor leadership. But to me, my lag measures are the what I want to get. My lead measures are the tasks that I can do to help me get there, right? And so what those are is training. If I help train you to, do prospecting. And if I help train you to, when you get the listing, to be able to close. If I have to go with you to do that, these are things that will help, I think, get more listings on the board, right? That is the lag measure. So by doing the training, helping to prospect, doing the letters, freaking mail merging, doing these things, these are tasks that I can do to help get more listings. They get more listings on the board, they get more sales through the door, and that helps us be more profitable together. And those do work. So that for me is ways that I can help grow. That's the difference between a lag measure, a lag measure and a lead measure. Does that make sense? But what happens is we get caught up in the whirlwind. So what in my world is got a minute, right? You got them too, right? You people calling you all the time going, got a minute, got a minute. Did you see what's happening over here? Did you Facebook, Instagram, those are tons of whirlwinds over there. So that's when he says, is your business and your life cluttered? You have to be able to set aside things apart and know when you can say, I have to focus on XYZ to get where I need to be at a certain period of time. So if you have a goal and your goal is going to take a certain period of time to get there, you need to be able to clear out the clatter and the clutter to be able to clarify your mind so that you can set aside time to do that. So this is where it's very important to, first of all, know if you have clutter in your life and your mind. Some people, like my husband, cannot deal with clutter in his space, which is a problem because he has me as a wife. So poor baby. We're working through it. 30 years of marriage. The second problem is, how can you eliminate it? Is it in your mind in terms of, ADHD, right? Bright, shiny things. Is it in your space, right? These are things that you have to figure out. So first of all, do you have a problem? Are you in process of fixing it? Are you proficient at it? You've got systems, or you've got it moving 30,000 feet. Jim talks about being in flight. So whenever he says 30,000 feet, that means you've got it moving. It's in flow. It's beautiful. Okay. So that's what, when you're stuck, I don't know what to do with the problem. NA, I don't even know what you're talking about. Is this something we got to look at? I don't even know. I'm stuck. I don't even know what to do. In process, I'm sort of figuring it out. Proficient, I think it's working. I'm 30,000 feet. This baby's soaring. I got this going on. So that's kind of how he looks at this. That's what that means. Okay. And then, do I commit to a daily meeting with myself? I think that's so interesting. When I read that, I said, I fail because I don't. I'm the worst at that. So I thought this was super good for myself because I have all the meetings with you. I have all the meetings with my children. My husband says I've never have time for him, so I guess I failed there too. But I don't have meetings with myself, and I really need to. I mean, I do work out, so I will tell you that. But really, we all have to sit and really assess ourselves. How are we supposed to get where we're going if we don't have a daily meeting with ourselves? That's a good point. Do we take the time each day to say, this is what I want to accomplish today? Right? Are you guys doing that? Because I'm not. I suck at that. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to put in not stuck. I think I'm going to say NA suck. I'm going to change that right there. I need to really move that needle for myself. So this is, I think, a really good one. Okay. Moving on, habits, routines, and rituals. This is very ninja. That's why we read our letters. That's why we do our Ninja 9, right? Because until you make something a habit, come on in, come join us. It will not become a habit. And once it becomes a habit, you know what the difference, does anyone know what the difference between a habit and a ritual is? You don't want to join us, Alejandro?
What?
Come join in the room. Come join us. Oh,
Less than
geez.
3.
Anyone know what the difference between a habit and a ritual is? Anybody? Anyone online? Want to share what the difference between a habit and a ritual is?
You don't constantly, ritual is purposely do it.
Yes, exactly, Adam. A habit, you do it unconsciously. A ritual, you cannot miss it, right? If you missed it, it would be like something is wrong, right? Like the part of your day is wrong. It's like, I have to do it, right? It's like, it is my morning ritual. A habit is like, okay, I've got to do it because it's rote, right? It's like something that I do, but the ritual, I got to go back. I missed something so important in my life. So that's the difference. It's like you have to step these things up so that they actually become rituals. So that's the important, the habit, the routine, but it must become a ritual. And that's what I think is super critical, that the process of how it has to become. So do I execute consistently in my daily planning method? I think that's so interesting. How many of us actually have a daily planning method? I think you do, Keith. Do you have a daily planning method? You and Linda seem very planned out.
Somewhat,
You guys are pretty good with that. I mean, that's pretty good. So where would you be in process, would you say?
yeah.
What about you, Maria?
I think
So where are you? In process?
I step back in the stock now.
Okay, so we need to move that needle for you. What about you, Adam? Where are you? So your process. Mhm. Do I execute consistently on weekly review and planning session? I'm a fail on that one. For myself, I do it with you guys all day long, but for myself, I never do for myself, and I'm terrible. So I have to say, with you guys, I am stellar. I'm like 3,000 feet with you guys. I'm very good with all of you. For myself, I'm all the way over here in the terrible. I'm in the what the heck's wrong with me? Like I got to change this from NA to what's wrong with you? It made me take a hard look at myself, going, wait a minute, don't I account for myself here? Yeah, terrible. Am I committed to quarterly business planning? That's something that, I think we all need to do better on because and that comes from me, or you have to tell me, Carrie, it's time for quarterly. Okay. So let's look at the CRM and relationship management. Let's all be real with ourselves. How many of us actually use it to track your relationship? So we're not going to ask Adam because he just told us how he feels about that.
Stuck.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you for being honest. We're not with the stuck, we're with the suck one. Keith, where are you on that one? You're with Adam?
We should meet sometime.
Gotcha. Maria, where are you on that one?
I used to live by it and I am completely stuck now. I have to get this. I
Okay.
love CRM.
What about you guys online? Anybody want to share? We're having a lovely little talk over here. You guys are so silent. That's the problem when you're online.
Because I'm
I
stuck.
suck. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm stuck.
Okay. So we know I'm going to do
Okay, what's the question? Because apparently I'm lost in the sauce.
CRM. Who is using it? I think, Angela, you've been using your CRM.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, we're using it, but we are not pumping along at full capacity. That CRM, everything works if you work it. Like that's the magic thing. Yeah. So with us, when I say it's like me and the mouse in my pocket, which I call Drenda, but it's not pumping along the way it should be. And I almost get very frustrated with it. Adding your people in isn't using your CRM. So I don't care if you have 7,900 people in there, unless you are properly engaging them,
Yep.
you are not using your CRM. And that's where I'm at. I feel like this CRM we have is being underutilized. And I'm going to be honest with you, it kind of tweaks me out. So I feel a little between stuck and in process.
Gotcha. So I think we need to all see that we need some CRM workshopping. Does that sound about right? Everybody in on that? Everybody think we need to do a little
100% yes.
workshopping? And when I say workshopping, I mean you bring your laptop. I don't know if it could be a Zoom, guys, because I think you need to come in with the laptop. And because the Zoom makes it too cumbersome and difficult to do. And we take the laptop and we actually set up the networks, we set up the tags, we set up our people, we get it going. So we start working it out. Yeah, yeah, we got to show up and do it. Does everybody in on that?
And
Yep,
so, I mean, even if you just had like a little workshop at the office
yep.
with like Claire kind of saying, connect, 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 all that stuff, or whomever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I know how to do it. So
Right,
yeah,
well,
yeah. Yeah, I will run a workshop out of here and then I'll do one in Ocala for sure. Because that has to be in person. Yeah. Janet, your hand is up. Janet, unmute. Janet Scott. Hello. We can't hear you.
I'm on chat.
Oh. What? I never look at the chat. Definitely CRM. Love it. Okay, great. Okay. So in today's market, listings are huge. The data market are very different than they have been. Oh, wait, we got a lot of people. Okay.
I am loving the meeting.
Okay, great. Love it. Terrific.
It's hitting all the top areas.
Yeah, but feel free to talk because I never look at the chat because you have to understand my screen looks very tiny on my computer because I put it up there. But here's the thing, guys. So, how about next Monday? Let me look at my calendar real quick. How about next Monday? It's the 13th. We're gonna have a broker open. Yeah, so how about next Monday? Bring your laptops. We're gonna do a CRM. I'm gonna put it in right now. We're doing a CRM workshop. Bring your laptop. And I'll make it an hour and a half. Yeah.
and that's for your offices over by the Orlando area.
Yep, and I'll do it this Friday in Ocala.
We need like a little bit more heads up on those kind of meetings, love.
Well, I could do it. It don't have to do it this Friday. I could do it up forthcoming in Ocala.
Yeah, I'm moving into my new house this week, so
Yeah. But I could do it this month, though. I'm saying is what I'm saying.
we could do it this month or early next, because the reality is the more time we give the Ocala folks, maybe more than just, one or
Yeah.
two will show up, because it's something everybody needs.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And
Yes.
I'm going to take out the Zoom because I don't know if I'm going to Zoom that
No,
because that needs to be in person. There it is. All right. There it is. I added it. Okay, y'all see that? It's an hour and a half, and then we have the Ignatius Court. Who's the St. Ignatius Court broker open? Oh, that's Adam and Shandy. Are we doing that? Okay, then we have a broker open at St. Ignatius Court after that. Okay, yay. Okay, awesome. So super great. Okay, Janet, your hand's still up. Did you want to say something or no? Okay, so let's move on. Let's keep going. So we're going to go through our CRM. We're going to talk about tags. We're going to talk about how to set it up. We're going to talk about how to use it, at least to try to get it to at least a basic area. So we're using it to get some kind of relationship with our network going, to get everybody to at least a basic usage of it. And then let's talk about getting it to the next best step, which may be better done on a one-on-one because everybody has different, but we at least have to get some CRM usage. Does everybody sound good on that? Okay, now standard operating procedure checklists. Do we have repeatable buyer processes? I hope we all do. I hope we all feel good about that because I think working with the people you guys all feel pretty good about. Let me know if I'm wrong on that one. Do we have repeatable listing processes? I think we feel pretty good about that. But if you don't, please come see me because that's definitely something that we can work with. We can work on for sure. Is my listing presentation, and we don't use client here, I have to cut that out, customer selection process resulting in quality transactions? I think we all feel pretty good about that. What do you guys think about that? If not,
Selection process, we decided who we're gonna work with.
yes. So that's one thing that,
Take time.
well, Jim, yeah, he spends a lot of time talking about people taking customers just to take customers. I mean, you know, we all have those conversations often. We don't take listings that are not saleable. We don't take a lot of high listings just to take a high listing. And that's why we use the private placement process to weed out things that may be a little high before we go online. So we do a lot of really cool things here to kind of get it priced right before it hits the market. They don't really do that kind of stuff there in his offices. So I think we've done a lot of that stuff kind of weeded through already. But that's what the point of that was.
To be honest, I think my post-closing definitely needs help, as far as like really marketing that side, so.
Wait, I haven't gotten there yet. You're jumping ahead.
That repeatable.
Buyer process? Oh, including post-closing. Okay.
Yeah, I get reports, but honestly, it's probably more by accident than it is by,
Okay, post-closing.
be honest about that, so back to the CRM, but
Yes, post-closing. That's a good point.
that's just sitting there waiting business, that I'm not finding as much as I should.
That's a good point. How does everybody else feel about your post-closing? Ah, all right, good. Thank you, Keith. Thank you for being honest. What about you, Adam? The smile says it all. He looks like my son when he was like, I don't know, 3 maybe. Jake, do you have candy under your bed? He had one of those beds with like, you know, the castle and all that, whatever. No, totally had candy under his bed. That's the face. Adam, do you have post-closing set up? Face says it all. I love it. Very great. Okay, so clearly we all have to work on some post-closing communication, but that really is a lot of that could be, I think, you know, how many of you do the 33 touch plan?
This is a- Probably not.
Say
Okay.
what?
Did you say what?
Say what?
Okay, even this is ninja, guys. Okay, so you need to be contacting your people at least, okay? You should be doing it at least 33 times, okay? So basically, you should be having no. No, you should be having 2 live contacts, okay? And you could be sending, so basically, you could be sending maybe, let's say you did an email. So maybe you did 1 email for holidays, right? Maybe you did, maybe it was a neighborhood review for their home. Maybe you sent something relevant to
For a
what?
year, 31.
Yeah, 33 touches is the year.
38.
Yeah. Okay.
Matrix.
And then you want to send something about like, I love personally too, the personal touch you call it on a holiday and this is where slide dial can come in great too, but there's slide broadcast. Does anybody use slide broadcast? Slide broadcast is so great. It's slide dial on steroids. So this is one that you subscribe to. It's a paid thing. It's, I don't know, 5 cents or something, 10 cents maybe now, I don't know. But basically, let's say your holiday was the 4th of July. That's the thing. People know you love the 4th of July. I'm all American, right? Love apple pie, whatever the heck it is. People know that you love it. So you call and you say, hey, you, Adam, it's Carrie. But you wouldn't say your name. You say, hey, it's Carrie. I've been thinking about you. You know how much I love the 4th of July. I'm making that apple pie right now. Just wanted to wish you the very best. Look forward to chatting soon. Sorry I missed you. What happens is they think that you called them. It misses it. You put all their phone numbers in there. It goes right to their voicemail.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
So you never said their name, but they think you called them.
That's great.
You set it up for the 4th of July. You call them at whatever time. It goes right into their voicemail. You just don't say their name. They think that you were calling them as you were making that apple pie or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter what the heck you're doing. But you make it, and then they think that you made a special call to them.
So Carrie, I apologize. I had to take a call. That's in our CRM?
No, God, if only. No, it's called Slide Broadcast. It's an app. It's an awesome app. It's like Slide Dial, but it's called Slide Broadcast.
Okay, so you'll share that with us again, because that's, when you come down for that CRM, you'll share that.
Yes, I will. Yeah, that's
Thank you, ma'am.
that's one of my faves. Yeah, slide dial. You know those customers that you don't want to talk to, but you have to.
Yes.
I believe in talking to them once a week. Even if you have nothing to say, you still have to let them hear you. But sometimes you just like those people want to talk for an hour and you just don't have that hour. Those are the people you slide dial.
What is slide dial do versus broadcast?
Well, it's
Oh,
one at a
yeah.
time.
Oh,
You've never used slide dial? Oh, the love of God.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. So if when I don't call, no, I'm just kidding. I never use it.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
People like leave your voice, I'm like,
And my phone didn't ring. When your phone didn't ring, they probably slide dialed you. Yes, it's an app. And it's a paid app, but it's
Oh, okay. Recent calls. And it's,
they just think it's like.
yeah, they're like, how'd I miss that? It goes right to the voicemail. But see, when it's slide dial, they can say, hey Maria, I don't know, I just missed you. Sorry. But because it's one person at a time, and it goes right into the voicemail, and they say, I'm so sorry I missed you, Maria. But this is the update. Da, 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 da. But there's no chance that they're picking up because it goes right into their voicemail.
I'm like, done.
Oh yeah, it's a must have. And that way you can talk to those customers without them ever chance of them picking up. And they're like, I don't know how I keep missing you. Gosh, me neither. It's just so crazy.
It's a great way for the ones that.
Yeah.
Let's face it, we should have called by now and probably haven't.
Yeah, yeah.
Back into them.
Yeah. And so now you don't have to exactly, and now you're actually calling them, you're saying their name. But slide broadcast is the exact same thing. It's just that you can leave the message now for 4th of July, for Christmas, for whatever. You preset your message, you upload your spreadsheet of the phone numbers and then, the voicemail, and it will make that call at that time on schedule.
Where has that been on my whole?
I don't know. Where have you been? Yeah, that's a favorite for me. So you could preset calls, you could preset a couple. And so with just that, you would have your
Can you
33 questions.
preset texts?
I have not found well, yes, with Reach you can. That's the thing. You all got your happy Easter from me?
You mean you didn't sit there and check? each one?
No, that was from Reach. So that is my awesome texting app, which I love.
No, that's not a group text.
It's not a group text. It's this one. Can everyone see my R right there? So Reach is an app that I pay for, and you know me, if I pay for it, it must be good. And you put a template in there, which can include GIFs now and video, and then you have your groups in there, see, and you put your groups in there, and it texts each person one at a time. And I just put it in there and it'll text you all one at a time. And it puts your name in there. I know.
You just broke his heart about it.
You-
Sorry, Keith. I'm sorry. I know.
I was so happy because now you unbroke my heart because I was so worried. I'm like, how the heck does she do this? So I'm going to be using that and I don't care.
Yeah.
Great deal.
No
Yeah.
broken heart over here.
Yeah, well, during COVID, when I would text you guys all the time, well, you weren't with me at COVID, but that's when I started my text brigade because I had to reach out to my people all the time during COVID, but I didn't want to put anyone in a group text. Everybody hates that. And I was like, this is killing me. I have to find something. And that's when I found Reach. And I love it. Yep, group texting is the best. Yeah, sorry.
Did we actually get the reply then?
No, the
Yes.
reply comes to me. And so I have to reply one at a time. Yeah, sorry, Anne. When you reply, that is me replying one at a time. But yeah, but it's so great. And then the phone is like, possessed. It sits there and it does its own thing. But yeah, but it sends it out one at a time.
You can pre-do it in advance. So you don't have to be cooking or whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're doing something fun, so that.
I was actually coming back from church. Stuff, which was a long traffic jam. Yeah. So yeah, but so yeah, that's a really great thing. So there's that. So, but these are things that you need to come up with. So you need to have a touch plan set up. So we will talk about when we do our CRM planning, we will talk about that. The other thing in a post-closing, there's also a really fun thing that we can put in there. So you should add to your post-closing. And I have a list of it. I'll find it. Who was it that used to do? Was it Susie Carr? There's certain things that you find like day 41. Have you found all of your outlets yet? Or like fun little things. And so you might want to send, it could be a text message that you send out, day 41, just checking in. Have you found all your outlets yet? Like fun little things that you could add. So that could be, so you want to decide after a buyer, like, what do you want to send? Maybe you want to send something, a de-stressor, maybe think about a de-stressor. Like I know you're totally stressed. Maybe you want to send like something, maybe they like pizza or something, like a gift card, like time to go out now. Don't even cook. I know you've been, unpacking, or think about something you want to build into your, moving in plan or something like that. Right. So think about what you want to do after they've moved in. What would that look like? So we can build in a touch plan after they've moved in. Now it's day 41. You send a text message and reach, or whatever. You send a text. Have you found all your outlets? Whatever. And then now it's 6 months down the line, happy 6-month anniversary. Has your flowers bloomed, or whatever? I don't know. But you want to think about that. We can build that into a customer plan, and it'll pop up, and we can put it in your customer thing that'll remind you to do those things. So that way, and then you set up your home anniversary card that'll go out to them. But you could set up a plan like that. We could do that post-closing for every buyer. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's how you keep your customers long-term, for sure. Everyone like that idea? So we will build that into our customer training, but I need you to think personally. Everybody's quirky. Maria's quirkier, but so you might have something different, and Adam, you might have something really cool for the kids if they're sports people, or, Keith, you might have something that, with the people that have just moved there for their family or friends that might want to be joining them, right? Or something. So think about things based upon the people that you're working with, because people choose you because they like you for a reason, right? So therefore you may have different commonality with those folks. And if you have different commonality, make that be part of the plan, because that's why they liked you, right? I mean, people like me for so many reasons, but it's going to be different than you. Of course, because I'm so humble. No, does that make sense though? Right? Okay. So, and then, again, same thing with listings. When you sell those sellers, also try to keep track of where they're going. So if they buy in another state and you know where they're buying, how many of you have kept track of that? Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be bad if they move somewhere, add them in as a CRM if they've moved to Ohio or wherever, to send them a home anniversary card, even in Ohio or wherever they are. I mean, how many of you have done that? Probably nobody, but that wouldn't be a bad idea, right? To keep them in there and keep sending them something from wherever they're living. They may come back, they may not, but it's not a bad idea. They still have family and friends too, right? We don't want to just write them off. How often do we just
It's such a strong global referral, but then.
Yeah.
Sir, that we could, maybe,
Mhm.
they might call us for the referral.
You never know. But point is, I feel like sometimes people move and they've just kind of dropped off of our radar, right? We don't have to cut them out. You're gone. You're dead to me. So we should think about that too, right? Make it a point to take their address of where they go and maybe send them a card. Maybe send them, let's just kind of add that into our process. Is my listing presentation and client selection, probably already did that. Is my buyer initial consultation and client selection process the result of quality transaction? Yes, I think that's good. Do I use transaction software to track my transaction checklist? Absolutely. But I want to say something about this. I found out this from, I think it was Stephanie. No, I don't know who it was. Maybe it was Shandy. Someone pointed out to me they were not getting the reviews. You have to make sure that you're putting in your emails for your customers in dot loop. If you don't put the email of your customer in dot loop, we cannot ask for the review. So your team, will love to ask for reviews for you, but if we have nowhere to send the review, you're not going to get one. So who was it? I don't remember, but they're like, oh yeah, I haven't been putting those emails in. Well, you're not going to get the reviews. So, I mean, you could go ask for them yourself, But if we don't, but if we have the email in the .loop file, we're gonna get them for you. So,
Who does that?
Hmm?
Who does that?
Jill or, could be Jill. It's Jill or Cindy or Jane, one of them, or all of them. I'm not sure.
You can see-
One of my team,
You can see it
you
as
expect
testimony.
testimonial tree. Hey, Jill. Which one of you asked for the reviews? Yeah, but who sends out to ask for the reviews? I don't know.
We do, we check the box. And the system.
The system does,
I've had really good luck doing it with the text too.
the box.
We check the box.
They check the box, they do it. Yeah, there you go. I answered that. Thank you. See, I only know what I know and they know the rest. Okay, there you go.
Carrie, is there a specific place to put it in? Because I mean, if we don't put in their email, we can't send them the documents.
It's on the
So-
CCC.
Oh, on the CCC. Okay.
Yeah, if it's not on the CCC, then we don't have, remember, my team doesn't go searching through your loop. They don't have time to go searching through your documents in the loop to go fill out that CCC. That's why they asked you guys to fill out the CCC. Yeah, it's like if you guys asked me to pen something on the weekend and you didn't fill out your CCC, don't think I'm going searching through your documents to do it. So it has to be on the CCC. Okay, do I have a process in place after each transaction now to improve my sphere of influence? So that is exactly everything we're talking about. That sphere again is just the people you've done business with, right? And how are we improving the sphere of influence is exactly that. You kept in touch with a lister who's moved out to Indiana and you can keep sending them cards out there. Well, now they're like, wow, my realtor from Florida keeps sending me cards out here. You know, I know that they're global because they mentioned it several times. Maybe they can help you, right? And now you might be growing your business in Indiana. Who knows? With listings or something, with referrals. So this is a great way to increase that sphere of influence, right? Use AI in your business to create efficiencies. How many of you are tracking that? Now, this is really interesting. One thing that I will tell you, especially going to all these law schools with my son, everywhere in law school, they're talking about AI. AI is huge. And they're talking about lawsuits, of course, from AI, but they're talking about also efficiencies from AI. And we're talking about it with Stellar MLS. We're talking about, obviously, we have Otter coming out now this month. So excited. But AI is part of our life now, good, bad, or otherwise, right? We don't know. We have to learn how to use it to the best of our ability, not to obviously abuse it where we use it to fill out our listings and not check what it says about the descriptions and get sued by it, which is happening right now. We had to pay for a whole water software system because we didn't realize they added that to the description and there was none. So we had to be careful, right, that it doesn't add things that don't exist. But at the same token, it certainly can be used to help our efficiency. That's for sure. So for example, like we were using for buyer profiles. We were using it for helping us to come up with trying to find how else to better market something, things of that nature. But we can also use it for coming up with creative ways to come up with things to reach out to our customers about, like reasons to contact a buyer, like that, the thing about the outlets, but I bet there's other creative ways to contact them. I was going to put it into AI after when we're done. So things like that we can come up with. So I think we need to also use AI to help us come up with creative ways to reach out to our sphere. So let's make sure we're thinking of using AI to increase our efficiencies. And then lead generation, marketing, and personal branding. Do I know where my business originates? So the 3 rocks of marketing. We do this when we do our business planning. When we sit down, I make you go through your MLS sold data entry for a reason, because I want to know where the solds came from. Not just your sphere of influence. When you say sphere, I say from where? You say sphere, I say from who? Who was the actual source? A friend. Where did the friend come from? right? Like, how do you know the friend? Because if the friend was from church, or if the friend was from a sporting club, or the friend was from another friend, or right, all those things are different. So it's, can you duplicate that? Can we get more business from that source of, referral? That's what we're looking for. You want to identify where those things are so that we can do it again and get more. That's the idea, right? And then once you know that, do I have a lead capture process? So if you know where they're coming from, can we track it and can we duplicate it, right? How do you know where all the leads are coming from? Do you guys know where all your leads are coming from?
Yes.
You do? Do you know, Adam, where all your leads are coming from? You do? Do you, Keith? That's
Yeah.
great. How about everybody online? Does everyone know where your leads are coming from? Silence.
Yes.
Excellent. You all know where your leads are coming from?
Yes.
Excellent. Now, do you know how to duplicate it and get more of it? Well, that's the first step. We know where it's coming from. How do we get more of it? Right. Now, here's the bigger question. Does your social media content and website get you more business? And does it convert?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, Stephanie, you've been doing good with that.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good with my social media.
I would love to hear what Stephanie's doing with her social media at some point.
I think I'm on my fifth for the year on my social media that I'm busy working with.
Good job.
So, yeah.
Well, maybe she should do a webinar.
Actually, what's very interesting, Stephanie, share the platform that's bringing you the leads. This is weird for me.
So I'm really not, I'm using TikTok. It's been a little different algorithm. I've not had as many views as before, but it's still going out there. But yeah, pretty much TikTok. I've never used it. I refused to use TikTok. And September, I just got desperate and I'm like, okay, I need to change something. And someone told me that, TikTok's been working for they just do like a Disney, page. I was like, okay, well, fine. What have I got to lose? And posted my first post and got like 15,000 views. And just like after that, it just started growing. And I just figured out how to like use videos and hooks to get people to follow and reach out to me and have like a relocation guide that I send to them and just keep in touch with those people.
So TikTok.
Steph, would you share your name on TikTok? Because I'm just going to look you up.
Yeah, my name is just Stephanie, and I know it's very boring. I can probably make it better, but I didn't want to use my full name. So it's just Stephanie Orlando Realtor. But you kind of have to use something, in your name so that people know exactly what you do. So I thought Orlando
Does
Realtor.
Stephanie look also like a movie star? Is this our Stephanie?
No,
Wait, hold on.
I'm not a movie star, that's for sure.
Does Stephanie look like a movie star? What are you
Or I
looking?
look, or do you mean I am? No, I'm not, and I don't think I look like one either.
Yeah, wait, what are you looking at? I do want to see. Wait. Share your screen. Let's see what you've got. I don't know. Let's see. Um,
No, I'm not looking at her yet. I'm trying to find her. I'm going 15,000 views. What's that chicken doing online?
Oh, okay. I thought you were sharing something good. I don't even know now. Okay. All right. So we'll go back to Stephanie. We'll do a social media one after this one. Okay. Let's finish up and then we'll go back to Miss Stephanie's social media TikTok craze. I love it. Okay. The next thing is, do we have email marketing strategy? How many of you guys have a strategy for your email marketing? So Maria's strategy was clear. Okay.
Say what?
Yeah, exactly. That was her. Do you have do you have a strategy? Jules, was that your strategy? You have an email marketing strategy.
I do not. So that's why I said, say what?
Okay. What about you, Keith? Any email marketing strategy?
Email, no.
Okay. Adam?
Most email.
He's looking down. Okay, so we need to talk about email marketing strategy. I'm going to say the email marketing strategy needs to be part of, again, the touch plan. And email, again, well, we're gonna add it into what we do with the CRM. That's really part of that, right? So we're going to talk about that. Okay. And do I use my listing marketing process as lead generation tool? I think you guys do a good job with that. The listing marketing process you do use as lead generation tools. How many of you have gotten leads from your listings?
Yeah.
Yes.
No?
Typically most from the
No?
open houses.
Yeah, but you've gotten leads. So that means that you're using your marketing process as obviously a marketing tool, which is what's good. Okay. So that means you're using that right. All right. So could we always get better? Of course. But I think that that's a great thing. I think you've all done well on it. All right. The next thing I want to share, and I'm going to give you all one of these, is this last little ditty that he has, which I liked as well. And this is a daily management thing, which I think is kind of cool. Again, he likes to have his current year goal and his 3-year goal. And then he has something called his breakthrough goal. And his breakthrough goal is what I like to call his wildly important goal. But I don't really see, I have to ask Jim really where his breakthrough goal is compared to his current year goal, because I'm not sure if the breakthrough goal is in comparison to the 3-year goal, or if his breakthrough goal, I have to really quantify exactly where the breakthrough goal is. So I'm going to find that out. But anyway, 3 things that I must accomplish before 7 a.m. Well, if you guys are sleeping till 8, that's not going to help you. But 5 customers, I don't like clients, I must contact today. 7 things I need to accomplish today. I think this is a good sheet. Now, again, you can modify it if you sleep till 9, whatever, but but I do think this is a good sheet to break it down. I make my lists. I do. If you ever looked at my pads, I write all over it. I am always writing on things. That's definitely something I do. So I think this is a good thing to kind of just jot on all the time.
Carrie, I can't wait to receive it today.
Yeah, I'm going to send them out, Janet. I'm going to send them out in an email to everybody today. But what do you guys think of these things? Now, the last thing I wanted to share with you, sorry, I just stopped my share, is those of you who may or may not remember, when you're in your Propel, if you hit financials, you all saw where the financials was, right? Financials, yours may be different. It takes you to Darwin Cloud. If you do not remember your password, the really cool thing is you could hit forgot password. It will prompt you to go back to your email and you can reset your own password. You do not need me or any of my people. You can do it yourself. Super cool. And then you have this thing where you can pull up your dashboard. Now yours looks different than mine, but I'm going to just pull myself up, which I'm not an agent, so it's going to look very interesting. But your dashboard will look like this, but hopefully better because it shouldn't be all zeros. Yeah, but you will have graphs and you can input your daily goal. You can add your goals for the year. Oh, mine's going to be different. Mine's going to play. I don't want to put anybody's in here because it actually has numbers and your money. If it didn't, because if it was new to the year, maybe I could put it, but I don't want to share anybody's money up here. So that's why I'm not putting it. But so it will count your adjusted gross income. So that's AGCI. That's adjusted gross commission. It'll show the goal versus your adjusted gross commission, your versus your cumulative goal, your net by your month goal, your new listings by your month and your goal, your new pendings, your new listings versus your goal minus your cumulative. And same thing, your new pendings, your volume versus your goal. So you can set your goals And what happens is with your goals, it will set your goals, which is super cool, based upon the seasonality of the office. So it'll take the office that you're in and it'll use the seasonality of the office. So if you say, I want to make, 300,000 this year, and I want to get XYZ in, or if you started and you say, I want to sell 10 million this year or whatever, it'll factor in how much that'll be, and it'll factor in how much that would be each month based upon the seasonality of, and it'll, however you did it by net, if you did it by volume, however much you put it in, it'll factor that in based upon the seasonality of the office, which is super cool. Your office is this one. So don't worry, it won't go by the villages. Thank God for that, right?
Yeah, the seasons are completely different.
Well, I know. Your season's just stuck. No. You just, well, you're out of season now, right? Because it's Easter.
Of course.
Yeah, they're about to leave.
You'll still get some residual sales from people who are here looking, but
Yeah.
summers are very slow.
Yeah. Although I understand that in the South, they're now letting people who are not 55 plus live there.
Middleton.
You
It's a
say that like I
family-
should know that.
It's a family.
What the
Yeah.
hell is that?
Well, they've got 3 others.
I just found this out. My mom told me about it. I was like, what? The
Yeah,
villages, they let people live who are not 55 plus.
Well, they don't participate in.
I know.
all the amenities.
It's so weird.
No, we have golf courses, but they do have pools.
Not as
Like
nice
by
as that.
55 plus, we have schools, but no kids are allowed to live there.
No, it's so weird, bizarre. Anyway, I wanted you all to see this. It's very easy. So when you open this up, it will open up to your dashboard and it should populate much more than zeros, unless it is zeros, in which case we should talk because, because we need to get you going. Yeah, because we don't want it to be zeros, right? That's the whole point. Everybody make sense on this? Yeah? Okay. And any questions about anything we covered today? I'm going to stop my share. So on Monday, come to Dr. Phillips at 10 with your laptop for an hour and a half. We are going to do our CRM. We're going to set it up, and then I will set up the time in Ocala when we will bring our laptops and do it there. On Thursday of this week, we're going to be doing a sales, the first team meeting of the month, which will be Zoom and in person, and that's in Lake Nona, and that's at 10. But any questions or thoughts or anything for anybody on next week, after our workshop for an hour and a half, we will be joining Shandy and Adam for a broker open. Only one, right? We're only gonna do the one. Is it one or two? We're not sure, but that'll be in Cyprus. What's it called? What? Palma Vista, which is right here in Dr. Phillips area, right? You're not very forthcoming. So is he helping? He- Yeah, he's helpful. Okay. Anyway, but thank you all for joining and have a great rest of your day.